It's 2019, it's the 25th anniversary of the Lange 1, but I'm here with the founder of a new nation. It's not often you can get to say that. A new nation called langenation. It's been live on Instagram for how long now?
4 years, 5 years, and something like that.
And you, Andy Zhang, you are the founder of langenation.
Well, technically speaking, the real founder is my wife, because she came up with the name langenation when she got fed up. I was reading Lange every day. But then we do have a few co-founders, Benjamin, Frank, Glenn, that we were sitting in a whiskey bar. We're trying to do something cool. We designed the rings. We want to do something online to showcase the cool wrist shots of Langes. But it's an initiated idea, so it's good.
Excellent. Does that make you the king of langenation?
No.
The prime minister?
No.
No, it's without rulers. It's
no rules.
Anarchy.
No rules. Like it's funny. We found out that within our nation, you always meet someone has way crazier collections, way more knowledge than we do. That's why we create a hashtag. You know, there's no pressure. You know, it's not a club thing. You want to put certain limits. That's not.
And it's taken off. I mean, when did it start? 2014?
Late 2014 was the idea when it started, and then we had the rings ready early 2015. All the way to now.
Wow, and now how many hashtag langenation posts are there?
Around 9,000. Around 9,000 on Instagram.
And it grows every time I look at Instagram. They are there just pinging past. People care about this.
It's whenever whoever owns a Lange, wears a Lange or interested in Lange, they always use the hashtag langenation. It always goes, it's a hashtag goes with the brand, and it grows with the brand, so it's really good.
So it's working for you?
Definitely working for me.
And it's working for langenation.
Yeah.
It's growing.
It's growing.
But how would you describe yourself? You're a watch collector, a watch enthusiast, a watch expert, or a businessman, or an entrepreneur, or just someone who wears the watches and gets on with their life? How would you define that balance in your life?
For me, that I'm definitely not in the watch industry. That I have my own family business. I would consider myself as a new millennial collector, someone who doesn't own too many watches, but someone does own a fairly decent collection. Because for guys like us, you know, we've met people who have 60, 70 watches, but he has no clue what's going on with the brand, no clue with the history. And we have one guy, you know, the guy is saving up for his first grade watch, but he knows just a lot about the brands. How do you categorize those? So we start calling ourselves millennials. You know, we're proud of that name.
Fair enough. And everyone is welcome. So
yeah.
It was someone who has one Lange watch or none.
No.
They still have something to contribute to your community.
Yeah. We have many friends who are fighting so hard. They're wearing watches, but who are fighting so hard, saving money for Lange, because it's not a cheap watch. It's not a cheap watch. It takes some time to get a first Lange.
It does. But why is it not a cheap watch? Where does that money go? And do you think you're getting value for it when you buy a Lange watch?
I honestly do. I bought so many watches from different brands. Lange is a watch that brings me, like I said, inner peace. It's a special philosophy. You know, when they talk about craftsmanship, they're not talking nonsense. You know, it's a real craftsmanship inside the movement and the dial. It's a watch I look at every day. You have different opinions and feelings about this watch. You might have, sometimes I made some watches, right? At the first sight, it's so cool, you know, I really love it. After a week, I get so bored, but it doesn't happen with Lange.
There is a reason behind it. The reason behind your journey with A.Lange and Söhne, how did that start? When did you first see an A.Lange and Söhne watch?
It started in Australia, in Sydney. When I was young, you know, I look at watches, I think I know something about watches. I saw the datograph. I flip around, I look at the movement. The first second I realized I know nothing about watches. It is a different watch to the watch I was wearing on my wrist. So I made an instantaneous decision that I want that piece. So datograph was the first piece I got from Lange.
Wow, that is quite a moment. So you look at that movement.
It took me 5 minutes.
It took you 5 minutes. And you look at the datagraph movement and you see then that you need to learn more about why and how this works like this.
Yeah, it's something that for those who know, they know. There are so many in-house chronograph movements in the world, but datagraph movement has a perfect balanced layout. It's a philosophy thing that they did it perfectly. It just seemed to myself, and then I made my decision.
A man of swift decisions.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Have you ever regretted that decision?
No. The brand, I grew up with the brand too. It's not just a brand, but a watch brand. Some of the philosophy in the life that actually helps me get through some of the difficult times in life.
That is good to hear.
Yeah.
So you very much feel that they're part of your...
Part of my life now.
Part of your life, part of your personality. They are deep within you.
Yeah, I mean, we are blessed, not just me and my fellow co-founders. We are blessed that it's a community by collectors that got recognized by langenation. That's not something just happened over the day. No. It's been 45 years. We have that credibility that which is very hard to get.
As I said at the beginning, this is now the 25th anniversary of the Lange 1.
Yeah.
And it is, well, what is it to you?
You know, I'm 30 this year, so it's almost the same age as my age, you know, that watch. It's a sentimental piece. Lange 1 was the second watch I got after Datograph. It was, it's a watch with a date, and it was fairly simple functions. But that's the kind of like the classical piece that really sings to young people, you know. So that's a very, very special watch, we think.
And of course, from what you're saying, it's not just a watch from the past. I mean, here we are 25 years later, and you are still singing its praises. What have you noticed in the evolution of the watch over that 25 years?
Frankly speaking, not much evolution. And that's the biggest evolution. We've had so many crazy watches over the year, you know, so many different designs from the whole industry. But this watch always remains its core design language. You know, they wouldn't make it too funky to meet the market. It's always the Lange 1. That's why we like it. Even as young fellow collectors, we appreciate that.
Thank you very much indeed.
So much.
Great to
Thank
meet
you.
you. The founder of langenation, #langenation on Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you.